Let me pull up YouTube. All right, bet. All right, bet. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? Thanks for pulling up to the stream. Give me half a second. I'm trying to get the TikTok situated. Y'all know we should be better in terms of like being ready to go on time. We never are. We just simply never are. Let me just check one thing. All right, Discord is in here. Music is in here. I actually need to open up Discord because it wasn't open. How's everybody doing today though? Dang, ain't nobody here yet. That's all good. That's all good. Y'all gonna pull up. I got faith. It's been a minute since we streamed. In my defense, I don't. Y'all know me. I be all over the place. We be streaming. We don't be streaming. God, why is the templates on TikTok are mad annoying? All right, here we go. Let me set this up live on the YouTube link in bio. Let me get that to look how I want it to a little more. Dang it. Hold on. Much better. All right. I think we're straight. Ain't nobody here yet, but I think we straight. Let me pull up the Discord, and then we gonna be good to go. That's ready to go. In case anybody want to pull up to the Discord. All right, hold on. All right, bet. That's what we want to talk about today. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been live. If you're watching on TikTok, pull up to the YouTube link in bio, of course. There's like, believe it or not, and I'm just going to do some small talk. We got a bunch I actually want to talk about, but I'm still trying to set up the stream. But there's like between 11 to 15 games left, depending on what team you are. Why do I hear music playing from somewhere? Am I tripping? Where's this music coming from? Where's music coming from? Oh, from Discord. What music is playing in Discord? Am I tripping? All right, let me start this stage. Maybe if I start the stage, the music will stop. It did actually. Okay, the music did actually stop. The music was just from Discord. Very, very strange. Guru, what's good with you, man? Thanks for pulling up. You won't be active in chat. Got to do some work. That's all good. Connie, what's good with you? How you been? I don't know if I clicked that properly. Yeah, there we go. How y'all been? Ashton, I feel like that's a newer name. I recognize it a little bit, but newer name. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. All right, we got a lot we want to talk about. We're going to be doing I'm gonna be opening up the phone lines in a little bit. I'll put it on the screen when we're doing it. Shout out to VR. He gave me the idea last week to mix in the call-ins and the Discord stage throughout the stream. So like I'll have a topic and then I'll open it up. If anybody want to call in, talk about something different or talk about whatever we was just talking about, it's cool with me. If no one calls in on the first week, it is what it is. We haven't done the call-ins in a while. So I get it if you don't call in. I get it. But a lot of people want to talk about, like I was saying, it's about 11 to 13 games left in the regular season. It's coming really down to the wire for a lot of these teams in terms of playoff seeding, in terms of regular season awards, MVP, most improved, stuff like that. Coach of the year, even, I feel like it's kind of close. There's a lot of just these last couple of games really matter for a lot of these teams because they're just between the standings being close, the races being close, playoffs. It's just really, really good basketball, and it's a fun time to be an NBA fan. All right. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that slurp and it didn't sound too crazy. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. couple of things I wanted to go over. It's a lot that I wanted to go over. I got 3 pages of notes. I don't know if we're going to get through all of it. I want to talk about starting off with Ja's suspension, because I put it on my TikTok. I put it on my Twitter the other day. I put it on my story the other day, and everybody, I guess, was, I don't know if confused is the word I'm looking for, but like under the impression that I was cool with Ja. Not necessarily cool with Ja, but cool with what he did in the club and everything. And then people was mad that I didn't have any issues with how much he was suspended for. Thought he should have been suspended for more. And I'm like, I was cool with the level of suspension that they gave Ja Morant. I'll put it that way. I was cool with the level of suspension they gave Ja. Let me do one last thing. I'm gonna put that there. No, that's not what I want. All right, bet. So the other day, just yesterday, the NBA released this press release, basically saying Ja Morant, as we all know, suspended for 8 games without pay for conduct detrimental to the league. The discipline is a response to Morant's live stream and the video March 4th. We know this part. The part that I thought was interesting, the league office conducted an investigation of the March 4th incident. Based on information obtained during the investigation, the league did not conclude that the gun at issue belonged to Morant, or was brought to him in the nightclub, or was displayed by him beyond a brief period. The investigation also did not find that Morant possessed the gun while traveling with the team or in any NBA facility. And the Colorado authorities also did not find sufficient cause to charge him for anything gun related. I see you, Nav. No problem, bro. VR, what's good with you, my guy? Sleazy, what's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So listen, my thing is, with this whole Ja thing, a couple of things. Was it dumb? Yes. Was it OD dumb? Yes. But so many people have been hitting me like, yo, he should have been suspended all season. What happened to the 50 games? Some of my people are hitting me, not even just, it's funny, my actual boy, and then other people in my DMs was like, well, what happened to the 50 games? Is it a conspiracy theory with the NBA? And I'm like, I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep. I think it really was. Ja had a gun for a little bit, and then he put the gun on his live, and then he realized, oh, this is a terrible idea. He ends up getting suspended. He has this interview with Jalen Rose, and I actually want to look at it for a little bit. I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm going to watch it with y'all. Yes, Sleazy, I have not been live in a little bit. It's been a grip. I was like, I don't know. I be going back and forth with content, creating stuff. Sometimes I be making stuff, sometimes I don't. Inconsistency is the thing with me. No, they really do. That's what I'm saying. They got him doing the R. Kelly interview with Jalen. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, and I don't necessarily want to watch the entire.
Sat down with our Jalen Rose earlier today. Their conversation.
I want to see part of it though. Let's see. Share screen right. What's the audio like? Can y'all hear this fine? Yeah, that's gonna be loud. Let's turn that down a little bit.
Station is new here on SportsCenter.
You're 23 years old. You're a superstar. You're one of the faces of the NBA. What has the last 10 or 11 days been like for you, and how are you doing?
Me personally, I feel mentally good that I haven't, been in,
So 2 things, not to belittle the instance and belittle the conversation and not take it seriously. They said he was in some sort of, I'll use the phrase rehab center. They just had some sort of facility. Did they not have a barber before they did this interview? Could they not get Ja a barber before they did this interview?
Many years, I'm in a space where I'm, very comfortable. I was constantly, talking to therapists. I've been doing, Reiki treatment. I've been doing anxiety breathing, different stuff to, help me manage that and, release, all that stuff from my body.
When did you say, I'm gonna do this and it's necessary?
After I made a, terrible mistake, being inside a club and, went live, I put myself in, a bad position. And also it's, my daughter. There's times where she even tell me if she's, had a bad day. And I feel like, if she can tell me that, then, I can be able to go and talk to somebody as well.
You at the spot, Shotgun Willie's. You are holding a gun. And we both know how dangerous that can be. Whose gun were you holding?
Well, the gun wasn't mine. You know,
This is so what's the word I'm looking for? Scripted so far.
it's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence, but I take full responsibility for my actions. Made a bad mistake, and I can see the image that I painted over myself with my recent mistakes. But in the future, I'm gonna show everybody who John really is, what I'm about, and change this narrative.
He looked like
Ja
he was,
has missed the
nah, Sleazy, you wildin'. He said it ain't look like he was having a bad day. You wildin'. Nah, the thing is, let me see what y'all got to say real quick. Can we get this dirty thug out of the league and make him sit in the back? You are wilding, VR. Basically, yes. He said it wasn't his gun. I get why the NBA, I get why the NBA wanted to suspend him. A lot of people are saying, like, it's split. The half of the people that I see in comments and on threads and stuff is saying, oh, the NBA is soft, like he didn't really do nothing. What's the suspension? The other half is like, yo, this was horrible. He needs to be out the league. Like, there's no room for this lifestyle in the NBA. I feel like there's somewhere in the middle there. Should he have done it on his live and all this, that, and the third? No. Was it going to get some sort of suspension? I'm not surprised at all. Like, I was expecting, it could have been longer and I wouldn't have been surprised. The NBA don't play when it comes to watching their image. You know what I mean? And they use the word conduct detrimental to the image of the league. Every regular job, like, I don't care where you work. Once you got a regular job, if you do something that goes viral enough, even if it's just viral in your little city, you work at the McDonald's in your little city, but if the whole city know you was wilding, your McDonald's might be like, hey, we gotta let you go because we can't be having you working here and people come in and be like, oh, he works here, I'm not shopping here, or whatever it is. Like, if you do something big enough, you can lose your job for it. We hear about it all the time with people, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into it all the way, but all I say is we hear all the time about people doing wild stuff on the internet, people finding out their job, and they'd be like, oh, this is who y'all hired? And next thing you know, they done lost their job. That's a thing. That's a thing all the time. Rappers won't be like NBA players won't be rappers. I don't remember who said it, but I do know that. I do remember that was a bar. Shout out to Ja. I'm very curious to see, like, from a basketball standpoint, whether he should have did it or not aside, but from a basketball standpoint, two things I thought were interesting. Woj says the suspension is going to be until Monday. So he's suspended for 8 more games, including. No, that doesn't make sense. Does it? Past Monday? Am I tripping? Is this the tweet I wanted to see, or is this the tweet I wanted to see first? Let's see. For 8 games without pay to conduct judgments of the league. That was on March 15th. Yesterday, suspension will cover 6 games. Suspension covers the 6 games he missed, including tonight's game versus Miami. He's eligible to play on Monday versus Dallas. So they did retroactively. Oh, dang. I didn't even realize the camera was jacked up just that fast. Hold on 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. All right, bet. Suspension covers the 6 games he already missed, including last night's game against Miami. He'll be eligible to play Monday versus Dallas, but they're saying he might not. He'll be eligible to play and he'll be back with the team Monday, but he won't be playing. He's got to ramp up. I guess he wasn't doing anything basketball related, so now he's going to have to take some time. From a Grizzlies standpoint, I mean, we'll see how they do. They just won last night against. Oh, who did they beat last night? No, they lost twice against Dallas. No, they lost against Dallas the other night. They beat some. My point is this. I'm not necessarily worried about them in the standings. They might drop a little bit. I don't think it'll be the biggest issue in the world. I'm trying to pull up their schedule over the last couple of games real quick. I just think more so in terms of them for the playoffs, looking forward to a deep playoff run and stuff like that. I don't think it'll be that much of an impact to them. Ja was playing great going into this whole suspension. He was having a great season, all NBA caliber season. I think he probably still should and will make an all NBA team. But yeah, it is what it is. They did. in this past couple of games. They just beat the Warriors the other night. They beat the Grizzlies the other night. They beat the Mavericks the other night, and they lost against Miami Heat yesterday. So even without Ja, they doing all right. We talked about them last year when they was going crazy, when they won 20-something games without Ja Morant last year. So the running joke is the Grizzlies are better without Ja, and it looks like they're going to be fine until he's back sometime next week. Hey, Suns Geek, what's good with you? Also, shout out to Suns Geek. The new logo, I like it a lot. I saw your tweet about it. The new logo is clean. I need to do some eventual rebranding eventually, but I ain't got around to it. Oh, that's why you said Hawks hacked and he's in the Matrix. Yeah, my camera, I low-key want to get a new one. I've had the same camera for a couple of years. Every now and then it'll glitch out on me. Yeah, the new logo is fire. The new logo is fire. The Grizzlies team does go as far as Ja takes them in the playoffs. And that's why I'm saying come playoffs, I think they will be okay. I'm not saying the Grizzlies are championship locks or anything like that, but I don't think there is a championship lock in the Western Conference, potentially outside of the Suns. But he'll be back for playoffs. And as long as he's going to have to ramp up, like Woj said, so we'll see him sometime probably later next week or early the following week. So maybe like a week and a half from now. I think they'll be fine. In the grand scheme of things, I think they'll be fine. It was a crazy little week there, but I think they'll be fine. Hey, you were real one, Suns Geek. Appreciate you. All right. Other just random news before we get into what I actually wanted to talk about tonight. Lonzo's out for the rest of this, probably all of next season. They announced that he's got to undergo a third surgery. So that'll be 3 knee surgeries in the last 12 or 14 months, something like that. He hasn't played since January 2022, I want to say. Like, absolutely insane. I wish him nothing but the best. They're saying he might miss all of next season. Part of me is like, do the Bulls just, what do the Bulls do? Like in terms of like trying to move forward, like trying to plan and continue to be a developing team that's trying to make the playoffs. Lonzo was supposed to be a huge part of that. He hasn't played it all this season. He might not play it all next season. What do they do with that? I feel bad for him for sure. I really, really do feel bad for him. It's a lose-lose situation. I'm hearing concerns, and I was reading a report that honestly his family and his team is just hoping he'll be able to play ball again. This is just such a bizarre scenario. Absolutely bizarre scenario. Who, Range? Right. Are you talking about Ja was smirking or is all this? Yeah, he always be like smirking in his. That's just his face, I feel like. Whenever I watch a Ja Morant interview, it always looks like he got a little smile on his face. A lot. That's a concern of mine. I don't know if he's gonna play again. That is a legit concern of mine. Most PC responses of all time. That's true. That is true. All right. Now we want to talk about the title of the stream was Playoff Push. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I just couldn't think of a title. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I couldn't think of a title. I'm not talking about every playoff team tonight. There are a couple of teams that are in the playoff hunt, in the playoff mix that are just been on my mind heavy. And it was the first stream back in who knows how long, probably almost 2 weeks. So I said, let's just have a good time. I got like 3 pages of notes. And I wanted to talk hoops with y'all. So we're gonna go talk about this first one. And then I'm gonna open up the phone lines, open up the Discord. If y'all want to join the conversation, talk about something different, like I'll be doing that periodically throughout the stream. The plan is to bring it back for future streams. We'll see how it goes. We haven't done it in a while. It might go left. We'll see. Yeah, he won't play till after next season. Let's not talk about that. You're safe. Sleazy, you are safe. I have some thoughts on the Celtics. Outside of just like what the heck is going on, I feel like Tatum's in a little bit of slump. Like it has been what it is. But I don't have notes on the Celtics. I'll say that. I want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks, and it's going to sound like a hater for a little bit here. I'm just confused. It's more so like confusion, and I could be wrong. I'm hoping as a Dallas Mavericks fan can sway me the other way. I'll be happy to be wrong. But so far, what I've seen in these 15 odd games since Kyrie's been there, I don't like what I'm seeing at all. I have no faith in this team. I have no faith in whatever this version of the Dallas Mavericks are. None whatsoever. Okay. So Luka and Kyrie, for reference, Luka and Kyrie have been out since March 11th. They haven't played the last 3 games. Luka's out with right hamstring strain or left hamstring strain, and Kyrie's out with left foot soreness. Excuse me. Luka's out with a thigh strain, not a hamstring strain. There's no timelines when they return. It's just pain, essentially. And they both want to return, and they realize that they need to figure out how to play together because they don't have that much experience playing together, and playoffs are around the corner. But like I said, I don't have a lot of faith in this Mavericks team. Some things just that I was looking into since they've been here. In the last 15 games, since the 15th of, in the last 15 games, I took these notes yesterday. They haven't played yet, so it still applies. Kyrie's been there for 15 games. He's played in, since Kyrie's been there, he's played in 15 games. He's been available for 15 games. He's played in 5 plus 11 of the 15 games. They're 5-6 when Kyrie plays. They're 6-9 in total during this time period. And it's just, those two look phenomenal. Kyrie, Luka look phenomenal. The rest of the team, I don't know where they're going to get enough offense from, and they can't defend the thing. So in this 15 times game time span since Kyrie's been there, once again, like I said, he ain't played in all these games, but he was been there since all these games. More importantly, Dorian Finney-Smith hasn't been there. That's what I'm getting at here. They're 26th. They're the 25th ranked defensive. They have the 26th ranked defensive rating in the NBA, aka the 6th worst defense in the league. They're 5th worst in opponent points in the paint. They can't defend the rim, like, at all. They don't have any rim protection. Yes, I know JaVale McGee's out right now, but JaVale McGee also isn't that much rim protection if we're keeping it a bean and being honest with ourselves. Offense is beautiful. We talked about this. They're 6th in offensive rating. And they actually defend the 3 well. The opponents shoot 32% from 3 in their last 15 games. But they're 16th in net rating. So they can't defend anything. Offense is great. The offense is phenomenal. 6th offensive rating. It's not top 5, but it's top 10. Phenomenal. But they can't defend a thing. The other piece of this that I really, really can't stand. Dallas fans told me Maxi Kleber was going to help them when they came back. You know, it's funny. Somebody said the same thing to me. So I was like, okay, how's Maxi Kleber been since he's been back? He ain't doing nothing. He doing the same stuff he been doing. Like, he's solid. He going to hit a 3 every now and then. But they just, to me, personally, I know Luka and Kyrie's there, but my biggest gripe with them, beyond the fact that they can't defend anything, to me, I feel like they don't have enough offense. As crazy as that sounds, they don't have enough supplemental offense. But before we get to the offensive part, when I tell you I can't stand the sound bites that I've been hearing from Jason Kidd over the last 3 weeks. What did I just do with that? Did I just lose that? Here we go. I can't stand the sound bites I'm hearing from Jason Kidd. Low key, his coaching style makes no sense to me. Like, the way he's coached over this last X amount of years in the NBA, his run with the Nets, his run with the Bucks, and now his current one with Dallas, it's been almost the same thing every year. His first year, it's like, oh, okay, Jason Kidd, I like what he's doing. And then the second year, it just turns into or at least to me, my perception of it turns super controversial. They don't know what they're doing. I'm starting out like Jason Kidd as a coach. The other day, one of the big things I've been having an issue with is the inconsistency in the play of Christian Wood. Starting out the season, Christian Wood was getting 25, 30 minutes a game. He was looking solid. Not, all NBA center or big man, anything like that, but he was looking solid and he was looking good alongside of Luka. Over the last maybe month or so, his minutes have been super inconsistent. Some nights he's coming off the bench. Some nights he's getting 15 minutes a game. It's been very just inconsistent in terms of how he's playing Christian Wood. And this was Jason Kidd's response when the media asked him about his decision-making on the rotations. specifically Christian Wood.
Yeah, you look at just the depth that we have with all the bigs. We're trying to get them in the game and see who has the hot hand. And, right now with Maxey back, that's going to cut some of his minutes down, especially when we're healthy. And so that's just the way it is right now, and it can change as we go forward.
That's not the clip I'm looking for. That is not the clip I was looking for. There was a clip. That's not the one I was looking for. There was a clip basically he was like, I'm not the experts. So, and y'all keep telling me y'all want to see Wood. Y'all don't want to see Wood. So I'm not playing Wood. This might be the clip I'm looking for. Hold
on. Who's capable of playing with one another.
This was... I'm trying to remember what this was in response to. I wrote this down. This was in response to... So this is after, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Nick Van. This is the one I'm looking for. This is him talking about rotations and basically
who's capable of playing with one another. I think there was a report today that you saw our best big is Dwight Powell. And so when you look at that, you look at him with Kai and Luka, he's the best big. And then it was, I think, Maxey and then C. Wood. And so we take the analytics and look at everything you guys write to figure out if we can please you guys.
This is the one that started it, right? So that was the clip that I wanted to start with. That was the clip that first made me go a couple of weeks ago. This was
who's capable?
Not me. This was 2 days ago, March 13th. And I was like, okay, why did he say that like that? Like the little smirk at the end. And I get it. Some coaches are like, they talk snarky is the word I'm looking for. They make smart remarks to the media, a little tongue-in-cheek action. Like, I get it. But usually those coaches that are doing that, teams are a lot more successful than what the Mavericks have been as of late. And then the last point, or the last Jason Kidd soundbite I have, that's really just been like, grinding my gears isn't the word, but just making no sense to me. So as we know, the Mavericks blew that 27-point lead against the Lakers last week. LeBron wasn't playing. The Lakers come back for 27. I want to say it was actually in Dallas. I could be wrong there, but I want to say it was in Dallas. This is what Jason Kidd had to say about it. About a media member asked him why he didn't call a timeout when the lead was dwindling in the third quarter when the Lakers started going on their run. Let me see if I can find the part I'm looking for.
Coach, what happened in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think it started way before the third. We lost our rhythm in the sense of just playing the game and not worrying about the other elements. Just our rhythm there in the first 2.5. We were playing at a high level on both ends, offensively and defensively, and then we just got a little distracted with the whistle, and we just got to be better with that.
What happened on the play with 15 seconds left where Luka tried to save it? It wasn't out of bounds. What did you see on that play? Yeah,
that's a good question. You got to ask Luka, court or whatever, but that's a good question. You got to ask court with it.
Do you see any commonalities with the struggles throughout the season on these, late quarter plays?
Yeah, it's. I'm glad it's happening during the season and not during the playoffs. It's just, when you have those two guys out there, it's about the details, and we got to do a better job with the details. The bounce pass, Kai thought that's which way he was going, and it's just, they're new and understanding what a bounce pass does to or for Luka, and so they just got to work that out.
In terms of these clutch situations, do those guys need to figure out a 1A, 1B situation? How do you kind of...
This is what I'm looking for.
No, I don't...
Figure out how those guys work together in those situations?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just, a chemistry thing. They got to get it under their belt,
So two things that I will say that I like what he said so far, and that I've been saying, and the reason why I'm not high on the Mavericks. He's talking about a bounce pass, like a missed pass between Kyrie and Luka, and not the chemistry thing. They got to work on their chemistry, but it can't work on chemistry when there's only 15 games left. and they not even playing right now due to injuries. The chemistry between Kyrie and Luka just isn't there. Let me move forward a little bit to find the actual clip I'm looking for, though.
Happen overnight. So for the dress rehearsal, for this to go on now, as I just talked about, it's better.
Distracted by the whistle. As that's unfolding and, basically over a whole second quarter leading in the third quarter.
Media members asking him about basically why he isn't calling timeouts when the run was going. This is what I was looking for the whole time when I picked this clip.
How can you handle that in the game and not let it just kind of keep unraveling?
Yeah, I think it's just, our maturity, just understanding what we have to do at that time. Just focus on that play, can't get distracted with the whistle, and just keep playing. It just happens that way. Look, we've seen a lot of basketball games when you have big leads. We know which way the whistle is going to go. You just got to play through it.
Seeing that Anthony Davis, Powell,
He did a good job when he was
Why can I not find the clip?
players in the world, the mid-range, trying to keep them out of the
thought process and not calling a timeout when the players are making runs.
Yeah, I'm not the savior here. I'm not playing. I'm watching, just like you guys. And as a team, we got to mature. And
That was the moment that I didn't like. I'm not the savior here. I'm watching, just like you guys. Very small sentence. Technically, no, he's not playing. He's not on the court. But and yes, the interviews are dumb. Interviews are always dumb quiet, VR. Like dumb quiet when you try to watch these. It's not giving leader to me. It's not giving leadership. As dumb and as simple as that sounds, I don't have faith in the Mavericks because I don't like their head coach, Jason Kidd. I don't have faith that he's going to make the right adjustments, make the right calls, make the right plays, call a timeout when they need him to in the playoffs. I don't have faith he's going to do that. Kyrie and Luka just simply don't have the chemistry yet. Could it work if they had a full off season and a training camp and all that in third to get used to each other? Probably. It probably could. Honestly, it could look similar to the Harden, Chris Paul Rockets. Like if we not the exact same, but that same vein, or the Chris Paul and Devin Booker Suns, where it really is just two really good ball dominant guards that find a way to make it work together. But without the offseason, without the time to get used to each other, I'm out. I'm completely out on the Dallas Mavericks. I think there was one point when the trade first happened and I was like, oh, something could come from this. Like the Dallas might be a second round team. I'm out on that. I'm out on the idea of the Dallas Mavericks being a second round team. Completely out. I don't, low key, almost don't even care who they play in the first round. I'm out on them making it out the first. Dills, what's good with you, my guy? How you been? Silas for kid trade is crazy. No schemes, no game planning, just vibes, bro. He's an AAU coach. Yes. Jason Kidd is an AAU coach. I don't know who the leader in the locker room is either. And you know what's also funny? It's not an exact 1-for-1. Because I think, did I have this thought on another team or did I write this down for the Mavericks? I might have wrote this down for the Mavericks, yeah. When I think about the Dallas Mavericks, because one of the things that, the idea of what Range is saying here, I don't know who the leader is in that locker room. I don't think they know who the leader is in that locker room either. I just was watching, y'all know me. I bring up my podcasts at least once a week. When we on live, I'll talk about the podcasts. Old Man in the Three just had Dame on last week, just the other day. And one of the things Dame was talking about of how the league has evolved since he came in versus now. And one of the things that he said isn't there anymore is like a true vet. Like teams don't have true vets anymore. And he gave a shout out to Udonis Haslem on the Miami Heat and basically saying like he's there and he's not playing. You know what I mean? He's just a 40-year-old guy. He ain't playing, but he's there to just be a leader in the locker room. The young guys respect him. You can kind of show the ropes of the NBA. Very few teams have that. The Dallas Mavericks don't really have that. I don't know if they did, if they need it, if they did, it would make that big of a difference. But I think that piece is missing from a lot of NBA teams. Look at the Rockets. We talked about them. I actually was watching one of my old clips from back in 2022 where I was talking about the Rockets need some veteran leadership. And John Wall last month was like, when he talking about on that podcast when he was on the Rockets, he was telling them, yo, this stuff not going to fly on a real team. This only work because y'all trash and y'all ain't got no real vets over there. The Dallas Mavericks and the Mavericks defense, a lot of people will tell me, well, when they get to the playoffs, it can be different. We know Luka's different in the playoffs. We know Kyrie's different in the playoffs. You know what I mean? They both can go crazy for 40. I mean, yeah, they could, because they did it against my Sixers. That's how they beat the Sixers. Because if you look back at their 6 wins when Kyrie was playing, the only good team they beat was the Sixers. The rest weren't good wins. And it was just happened to be the game that they probably played 2 of the best games they've had all season, where they both went for 40 on some crazy efficiency. They're not going to average 40 in the playoffs. They're just not. And it's crazy to me, mainly because I feel like we're circling back to this, or I'm circling back in my mind to this idea of, okay, you make some trades. You tried the Kristaps Porzingis, that didn't work. You're trying Kyrie, it's looking a little bit iffy. He might not be here next season. You keep messing up Mavericks, and Luka's going to be like, you know what? This franchise is incompetent. I'm out of here. That's a fear of mine. That's a genuine, maybe not fear, but genuine concern that Luka just about to be like, you know what? Y'all not doing what I need y'all to do. I'm out. I'm gonna go figure this out somewhere else. All right. I think I'm off my Mavericks high horse. I think I'm off my Mavericks high horse. The last thing I'll say on the Mavericks is, outside of poor coaching, 2 dudes that's got to score 40. Even if they score 40, that's only 80 points. And then you're worrying about Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green, Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, Christian Wood to give you another 40 points between those guys, because teams be scoring 120. It's nasty work. Nasty work. Maybe Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith is someone who can get them going when they couldn't score because he's caused turnovers on the other side. Who's that now? Reggie Bullock. That's a good point. Maybe it was one of those guys. Maybe they were some of the leaders, but I don't know. AAU coach for the AA team in Houston and give Mavs a competent coach in Silas. Oh, was Mavs is Silas is an AAU coach in Houston? I did not know that. Did my battery just turn off on the camera? It sure did. What? What's going on with my camera today? All right, well, we back. Okay. All right, I'm going to do this. We'll see if anybody does. You know what I mean? It's tweaking. The thing is, Sleazy, it's tweaking. It's my normal like camera, and I don't know if it's the cord is wilding. I don't really know. Oh, that's not at all what you meant. I don't know what you meant by AAU coach for the AAU team in Houston. I'm dead, bro. Oh my gosh, VR. That really took me. When you said that's not when it was the AAU, I forgot Silas is the Rockets coach. Hey, man. I've watched 2 Rockets games this season. If that, my fault. I really did forget Silas was the Rockets head coach. I am dead. Call them the AAU team in Houston. It was like, Silas is an AAU coach in Houston? I was like, how does he know that? There's something in my eye. All right. So we said we was going to do this. I don't know if anybody going to pull up. It's the first time we've done it in a while. I got other topics I want to talk about. We're going to talk about some more teams. But the thought is to open up the phone lines, open up the Discord in between topics. If y'all want to come on, talk about something completely different, I'm going to put the... Where's my... No. Hold on. Because I had a Google Voice number already a little bit ago, but now I can't remember what. It can be any topic. How do you join? You join the Discord. I'm gonna put that on the screen. So that's supposed to be the number you can call. Don't call it yet because my Google Voice isn't working for some reason, and I streamer for not checking it beforehand. But yes, if you join the Discord, the stage is already open in the Discord. Just call Hawks Hoops Q&A. Then you can, join the stage. I'll bring you up. We can have a quick conversation. Dang, why? Nah, it's not a Skype. It's what is that called? It's a Google Voice number. Google Voice number, VR. Boom, chat pop up. Let me copy. Paste. Let me see if that works over here. Yeah, Google Voice number that the disc here. Let me. There you go, Sleazy. That's the link, and that's the links there, and it's also in the bio, I want to say. You know what I mean? Hey, you forgot you could do that. That's because, you know what I mean? Streamers putting if LeBron's healthy, do you think the Lakers could sneak into the 8th seed? Yeah. If they were just the 9 seed the other night before they lost again to the Rockets. So that little 8 to 10 to 7, 10 to 8 is so close. Only separated by like, let me look. I can tell you right now. I don't know all it off the top of my head, but last I looked, it was only separated by like game and a half, 2 games max. So yeah, it's not impossible to me to say the Lakers could easily, not easily, but could make it to the 8th seed. Right now, let me see, pull this up. Right now, Lakers are the 10 seed, right? Lakers 10 seed right now. They're a game back from 8. Just a game. It's just close. It's just really close in this whole situation right here. It'd be crazy to think that. It'd be crazy to think that. You know what happened with the commands? No, I mean, it took me a minute. It took me a minute, VR. But we eventually got it to work. That's all that mattered. We eventually got it to work. If the Nuggets and Lakers played in the playoffs, I'm still taking the Nuggets. Would it be a sneaky good series? Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'd probably... The thing that sucks about... Not sucks, but is wild about the Lakers, when you have LeBron and Anthony Davis on your team, and for the pockets that they were playing at like all NBA elite levels. It's not crazy to think if they make the playoffs, they can make something happen. Now, it's going to be tough. They're going to be on the road for every series. The Nuggets are still the Nuggets. It could go to 7, though. 6. It could be interesting. I definitely think it could be interesting range. This is me still trying to figure out I thought I had a number. I thought I had a Google Voice account. Oh, I do. Wait, so what number is this? Is this the normal number? Is this my number? Let me see. Hey, we got it to work. I think. All right, I'm gonna put it back on the screen. So you can call in or you can join the Discord and join the stage on Discord, or what's the name? All right, we got somebody in Discord. So I'm actually going to do, hold on. I'm going to do this. Boop. Boop. I didn't even bring somebody up. When I tell you I am old, how do you move to How old is Hawk, bro? Nah, for real, somebody put me on. I'm trying to drag somebody up to the stage. How old is Hawk? How old am I? I'm trying to pull him up. How do I do this? Did I do that right?
I could just do it myself. I was a mod.
Oh well, look at that.
Yeah. You think OJ did it?
Is that all you wanted?
You said any topic.
I did. Any basketball related topic, but yes, OJ did do it.
I didn't hear that.
OJ did
I didn't
do
hear
it.
that.
Well, it
No,
was
look,
implied.
replay the tape. Replay
It
the
was
tape.
implied.
No, I don't think so. Did
You
OJ
had-
do it? What do you think?
I say yeah. Let me see. if this
Okay.
is all-
That's all.
Oh man. All right, Unlimited is pulling up. Let's see what Unlimited's got to say. Nah, I should have asked you how to add people into the join. That's what I should have did, because truly, hold on, no idea how to let somebody on the stage. No idea. Oh, there we go. Invite to speak. No Unlimited. You good? All right. No. Western Conference playing is going to be nuts. This might be one of the greatest seasons playoffs ever. That's facts. It is going to be a really, really good play-in playoff series. Range the topic is anything. I'm just opening up the phone lines and the Discord if y'all want to, in between topics. Like I wanted to talk about the Mavs, I talked about the Mavs, and then boom. Hey, Suns Geek, my guy, what's up, man? Let's see.
Yeah, I just put him up here.
You did what?
I just put him up here. I don't know if he even
How
wanted
do you
to
put
speak.
people up? Like, I know I'm old, but like, I feel like I
All
should be
right.
able to understand this.
I'm on mobile right now. It just says invite to speak when I click on their name. Like, as long as they accept it, like I offered unlimited.
Oh, okay. So I invited Unlimited,
Yeah, he just gotta accept it.
and if he accepts it, it'll pop up. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
there.
old, but
All right.
golly.
Yeah,
Giannis
I
for
can see.
MVP. Bye.
Kill yourself.
Who'd he say?
He said Giannis.
I'm not mad at Giannis MVP. I'm not
No.
mad at that.
No. Jokic over him flop.
Listen, it's to the point for me, and while Suns Geek just said he's trying to connect his mic, all good. It's the point for me when it comes to the MVP race. Embiid, Jokic, or Giannis. If it's one of them three, somebody pick or somebody choice, I'm cool with it. That's low-key how I felt the last 2 years. If you had one of them three, I'm really cool with it. The only person only surprises me if they got somebody completely different.
You know, I mean, I low-key hate all this, big for MVP talk, I think we need a small forward shooting guard, perhaps, like, just example, someone like Malachi,
It's tough. Hey, man, what's the name is just that good. That position is that good. The center
Yeah, I know.
position is just that good.
Yeah, the shooting guard and small forward are so good, I don't think any center competes with him. That's all I got to
Sleazy
say.
said he's in the Discord. He thinks. Let me see. Somebody did this join, so that probably was you.
It was unlimited.
No, I mean somebody just joined the Discord server.
Oh. If his names are
Yo, Hawk.
Omari, then probably.
What's up, Unlimited?
Who's your DPOY pick? Not gonna lie. Better not
OG
be Embiid.
Anunoby.
Fucking PJ
No,
Tucker or
it's
whatever.
not Embiid. No. It's definitely not Embiid. So for a little bit there, it was Jaren Jackson. Like I was like really trying to push for Jaren Jackson, and he doesn't necessarily have all the games and stuff played. But right now, I might be leaning Brook Lopez. Like it's not the flashiest in the world, but like the defense that he brings to the Bucks is phenomenal. To me, at least.
Okay, that's fair. I have JJJ, but I can understand. I
Bad
had basically
pattern.
like 3 people this entire season.
Yeah,
First it
who's
was
your
like
other
OG,
one?
then it was like Brooke, and then it's like JJJ.
I like
It's
that.
OG easily.
OG has been playing amazing defense as well. I feel like the OG campaign slowed down only because the Raptors slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, y'all can sleep on Denny, bro. DPOY.
The
Oh.
Denny
the
Avdia.
50th Wizards bust.
We don't talk about Johnny Davis, all right?
I mean, not even him. I low-key like him, but like Denny, what was the other guy who could shoot?
Corey Kispert.
Yeah,
Corey
yeah,
Kispert.
yeah.
Rui
How did those pan
Hachimura.
out?
Of course, thriving with the Lakers. Troy Brown
Yeah, but
Jr.
yeah, how did Daniel Gafford? How'd those feel?
Sleazy's.
Man,
So where do I join to do the talk? You sound like you sound like me, Sleazy. Go down to the voice channels and it says Hawks Hoops Q&A. All right, we're gonna let Suns Geek up. We're gonna see if it's connected. Let's see.
yo, son.
Let's see. Did it connect? Survey says nope. Survey says nope. Maybe.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Dude, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to connect my good mic. I think I'm using like one of my crappy webcam mics. As long as y'all can hear me.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Cool. So Huck, I guess since I'm here, I guess we gotta talk Suns, right?
Yes. How you?
Naturally.
So how do I say this? Obviously, we've seen how the Suns look without KD, especially as of late. So, in your unbiased opinion, Hawk, do you think if like we have injuries and KD gets injured, do you think that like how far do you think we can get? I don't think it'll be a first round exit, but I don't think we'd go to the finals either because we have struggled these last few games. So I want to hear a non-Suns fan's opinion. You know what I mean?
What
got you.
opinion?
One slip and your season's over. Just saying.
Yeah, no joke.
CP 0 rings. D Book 0 rings. DeAndre Ayton 0 rings. He went to go sign with the Pacers for fuck's sake. And
Yeah,
then,
and we resigned him in like 2 seconds.
So
yeah,
listen.
and then what's his name? Kevin Durant. Yeah, no.
23.
What's his name? Kevin Durant.
Devin Booker.
I've never heard of Kevin Durant before, like ever.
Josh Okogie.
I'm admittedly
Hey, he's
high
been
on the
balling
Suns.
for us, man.
David Lee. Who is this?
Landry Shamet.
Shout out to Landry. That's my guy right there.
Who's the backup point guard?
Campaign.
Cameron Payne.
Campaign.
still,
Yeah.
Also, shout out to
Yeah,
Campaign.
What do you think, Hawk? What do you think, man?
I like the Suns. Like I know you guys took a couple of L's lately, but you lost to the Kings, the Warriors, and the Bucks. 3 teams that a lot of people would argue were some of the better teams in the NBA. The Bucks are championship
Warriors were
contenders.
at home, so.
The Warriors, yes, were at home, and the Kings are second in the West right now, third in the West right now. So like,
Tied.
and y'all
Second.
were, and especially that Bucks game, for a decent amount of it, y'all were in that Bucks game. Now it kind of fell apart there a little bit. For a while, the game was close. All of these games, if KD is there, are winnable games. It just really depends on KD's health. But the good thing about the Suns, and not to sound, I guess, because it feels mad far away. You feel like you got an opportunity now for sure. The West, the NBA as a whole kind of feels open, feels like it could be anybody's league. And if there isn't really like a crazy super team. But also Kevin Durant's still under contract for the next 3-4 years. So it's not like the end of the world if he can't play in the playoffs, but I expect to see him to play. I'm not too worried about him.
He just dipped.
I did see he had just got disconnected, yeah. But overall, I'm not necessarily too worried about the Suns. I like what they got going on.
All right, Hawk. I was thinking of this question just randomly.
Okay.
If the NBA All-Stars were removed, who would win the championship? These current 2023 All-Stars, so like Anthony Davis could technically count, James Harden, not an All-Star, obviously.
That's tough. If the All-Stars were removed, who would win a championship? The best name I think that didn't win would I'd say the Lakers or the Sixers because the Sixers would still also have like Maxey and Tobias and Harden.
Tobias does what?
Montrezl Harrell is the starting center, bro.
Hey man, nah, we're gonna start B-ball Paul.
Dwayne Dedman.
We're gonna start B-ball Paul.
Is this if Joel's out?
He's saying if the NBA didn't have like if all the All-Stars were out.
Oh yeah. How's that gonna go? You gonna get Tyrese Maxey to start there?
I mean, Maxey about to start dropping 30 for us. All right, Sleazy
He
made it in.
definitely
Let me see
isn't.
what Sleazy's talking about here real quick. Let's see. He old like me, so we be struggling on Discord. We be struggling.
Is he? He's trying to figure out how to unmute his
I'm about to
mic
say
right now,
mute it right now.
guaranteed. He has his eyes squinted with his reading glasses on.
Oh no.
Exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. He was
What's up,
skimming
fellas?
through it, eyes squinted and everything.
What's up, man?
Y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
All right, before we go any further, can we just not talk about Boston, please?
I mean, what's
I haven't watched a single Boston game.
from your standpoint? What's going on over there? I'm just
Bro,
curious.
our fourth quarter execution sucks.
That is a good. Yeah, I can see
We
that.
can't. I'll give you the Timberwolves game last night for an example. We were up, I think, 12 or 13 in the third quarter. We end that quarter only up 6. We went up 10 or 11 in the fourth quarter and only win the game by 2. Thank God for Marcus Smart.
Bro misses the
That's
glory
the first
days
time
with
I've
Bill
ever
Russell.
heard that.
That is.
Like,
Thank
bro,
God for Marcus Smart
our
is a nasty
execution
statement. I ain't gonna lie.
to close out quarters, bro, is so atrocious and very hard to watch.
I get that. Well, so
Jason Tatum's fault.
I was watching.
You couldn't be worse. I'm a Wizards fan.
I was watching a little
I
bit
don't know
ago.
why you haven't ended it all yet.
If do you think it's like Joe? Is it a Joe Mazzulla thing? Like, is because the only reason I ask is because you mentioned like fourth quarters falling apart. I don't remember what game I was watching, but it was like 2 games in a row, like maybe like a week or 2 apart, where the Celtics fell apart like in the fourth. And I ended up staying up to watch the post game conference. And one of the things Joe said was like he kind of like took the responsibility for it. Like could have made a better adjustment in the fourth. I missed the timeout opportunity there. Like he's being accountable for it, which I like, but then he's also admitting like I'm fumbling in the fourth.
And it's crazy because in the post-game interviews, he says all that stuff, but during the game, he makes no adjustments. Everything he says in the post-game interviews that's wrong, he doesn't do during the game.
Gotcha. I mean, he's learning. He's still learning.
They should have just let.
Howard, he's a first-year head coach, so I can't clown him, but so much.
Yeah.
They should have just let the groomer continue grooming.
Playoffs, bro,
That's just me though.
What'd you say, Sleazy?
I said when it comes playoff time, if we keep playing like this, we're fucked.
I get that.
Y'all cooked either
Still
way.
own the Sixers though, so it's really the Bucks that's gonna own you.
I mean,
Yeah,
as
our
long
competition really is this.
As long as y'all own the Sixers, that's okay with me.
I'm about to say, yeah, you could have Doc Rivers. you could have Doc Rivers.
As long as the Celtics are relevant, the Sixers will never make the finals.
Don't do that. This is our year. This is our year.
Nope, 2019.
Still the luckiest.
I don't know
shit I've ever seen
how
in my life.
long you gonna be trusting that process, man.
Until Embiid leaves. I'll always trust as long as Embiid's on our team, I will always trust the process. That's how,
You only got a few more years of
that's
that.
how much faith I have in Embiid.
Have fun with more second round exits.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, when we end the Eastern Conference Finals this year,
I will sleep, Hawk. I will sleep.
I'm telling you right now, when we're in the Eastern Conference Finals, I don't want to hear
What
it.
if you don't? What if you don't? What will you do?
When we're
We better
in
get
the
an
Eastern
IRL basketball
Conference
video.
Finals, when we're in the Eastern Conference Finals, just know it's gonna be the stream gonna be toxic. Just know that.
All right. Who's recording this? We need to back this up.
Just screen cap it off the stream.
Exactly.
bet.
Just screen
Thank you.
cap it off the stream. All right. Anything else from y'all? I got like 2 more things, then I'll probably be out of here.
All right. Go ahead.
Nope, mine was bullshit.
Okay, Hawk. Besides the Suns and Lakers, who won the trade deadline?
That's an excellent question. Lakers were definitely up there. Suns obviously definitely up there.
Those are the most obvious ones.
Trade deadline feels so far away. Who else made moves at the trade deadline?
Raptors.
I did like their
Clippers?
move for
Yeah.
Pirtle. And he had a low key, like when he first got there, he had not his first game, but like his second and third games were crazy. I haven't paid attention to him since, so I don't know what he's done since then, to be honest
Okay,
with
well,
you.
that's disrespectful. You
Um,
should
Bro,
be
I'm not
watching
gonna
every
lie.
single Raptors game.
That Josh Hart trade for the Knicks is working lovely.
I was about to say,
Oh, I was just
loving my next
looking
thing. I
at
was like, the
that,
Josh
yeah.
Hart trade, he remembered how to shoot again. Like, that's what players do. Shout out to Matisse Thybulle.
First time I've heard that.
What? Shout out to Matisse. He been balling.
Yeah, especially from a Sixers fan.
I love Matisse. Personally, I have always loved Matisse. I just wish he
Have you
would take
seen
a
that
open
mural?
23. Yeah, I know. I felt so bad. I was like,
Second he left.
yeah. I saw the video where he like snuck and spray painted "Thank you, Philly." I like that. I love that. And then like 2 days later, paint cans. So I was just, it's Philly. It's Philly fans. That's unfortunately that's who we are.
They started painting Jaden McDaniels on the wall.
Now Jaden McDaniels has been hooping. He has been playing well for us. I like that pickup. I'm not mad at it.
What about the Nets?
Nets at the trade deadline was
Calvin
smooth.
averaging like 26.
Mikal
That was
been
also
playing-
a team out.
Yeah, thank God.
I don't necessarily call them a win or loss. Unfortunately, I think the Nets just made the best out of their situation, so I'll call it a win. But I think they did the best they could with the
Overall,
cards
it's
they were
not a
dealt.
win.
Yeah, overall, it's not a win because you lost.
They don't
KD
have
and
their
Kyrie,
picks.
and they got some picks back, but not
Not
doesn't equal
theirs.
the picks. Yeah, it doesn't equal the picks they gave up.
In the long run, it's going to be a win.
I mean, yeah, but like,
In a year, 2 years, maybe. If they find a number one guy. But I don't know who that's
watch
gonna
them pull off a fucking KG trade again.
That's the unfortunate if. It's now they have
Mikal-
all the players that
sorry.
every contending team wants, but they don't have the guy. They don't have the superstar guy yet, but they got the team that every contending team wants. They got the wings.
Yeah.
They got bigs who play defense.
All the role
They
players.
got shooters. They got
Literally a team
elite
full of
role
role
players.
Except for Ben Simmons.
I mean,
They have Ben Simmons.
he getting
Is he
paid like
even
he could
playing
be a
right
guy.
Is he even playing? Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying.
Nah,
they
he's
have
not.
Ben Simmons.
He's supposed to be their guy, but it's just not. He's not their guy, but he's supposed to be.
McCall's
Bro's
leaving.
getting paid $35 million to be benched over Nerlens Noel.
What do you
Hey.
think? What do you think
He's
John
getting
Wall
paid
was doing?
$35 million a year?
Yeah, he on a max. He signed
That's
a
insane.
max extension at the time. He was coming off a first team defensive player
Oh,
of the
yeah, I
year.
forgot.
He was second,
Sixers said, "Here's
like
a bag."
overall
Okay,
on
yeah.
voting.
Yeah. His Sixers said, "Here's a bag," and I said, "I mean, I understood it." Shout out to Daryl Morey for getting him up out of here, though. Shout out to Daryl
Yeah,
Morey.
you
man.
gave two horrible players a bag.
Who's the other one?
One's still on the
honest,
team.
Did the
He's talking about
Clippers win?
The Clippers
What's that?
low key did.
They got Plumlee. That was solid. Eric Gordon been
You got
solid.
Plumlee, Gordon, Russ.
Plumlee was a good
Russ,
pickup.
that's the main staple.
Bones Highland, I don't even think he's played. I haven't seen him play for them yet.
I've only
Highland's
He
seen
only
like
played
like a
against the
couple
Nuggets,
minutes.
basically.
I'm watching every game. He's only played a couple.
yeah. It is.
Terrence Mann, I'm pissed off he doesn't get any minutes.
Yeah, give Russ and Terrence Mann more minutes.
Russ getting enough minutes.
Yeah,
He's
but
getting
Russ getting
27 minutes.
That's
not
fine.
enough.
Split
that's
the
enough.
minutes with
Trust me,
Man
that's
because he
enough.
can actually shoot.
I'm
Take
not
away
debating
Mook's
that.
minutes.
Man, I'm not gonna lie.
Put Rocco in there. And
Take
then,
away whose
you know,
minutes?
Mook, Marcus Morris, or
Oh,
one of the
got you,
Morris
got you,
ones.
got you.
Mook.
The thing is, and y'all, let me know if y'all see this too. Me and my boy was on Xbox the other day, and he was saying
Yeah,
the
of
Clippers
course.
look like almost two different teams when Russ is on the court versus when Russ is on the court without Kawhi and when Russ is on the court with Kawhi. And I think part of it just is Kawhi's play style. They move a whole lot faster when Kawhi's not on the court, and the game slows down a lot when Kawhi is there. And you can see some of the shortcomings, I guess I'll say, of Russ. When the game is in a half court, when the game's slow, you can see they not guarding him, all that type of stuff. But when Kawhi's not on the court, moves a lot up and down a lot more. I don't know if it's necessarily a good or bad thing. I haven't really looked into it much, to be honest with you. It's just something I was curious if anybody else had noticed or not.
I think when they're playing certain teams.
What do you say?
I know they. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's a good thing when they're playing certain teams.
Yeah.
They also went from like 20th or like bottom 10 in pace, and then like top 5 in pace after they got Russ or something like that.
Yeah, the pace jumped up a lot with Russ.
And then if let's say the Heat jump to 6 and the Sixers play the Heat and they somehow lose the playoff Jimmy Butler, and the Clippers lose to the Suns, who is more willing to blow it up? I'll say Philly or Clippers.
Probably Philly.
Call me crazy. I don't think Daryl Morey blowing it
opinion.
up. I'd be shocked if Daryl Morey blows it up.
Be quiet, Hawk. Be quiet. Get that Philly bias out of here.
No, it's not a bias. It's I'm gonna tell you why. If we had the same GM for a while, I'd be like, okay, maybe. Like for real, like okay, maybe. But because Daryl Morey is new, he just made this, his moves that he made. The only reason, well, all right, I take it back. The only reason we would blow it up because James Harden technically could be a free agent this summer. So if we end up losing something real bad, James Harden walks, and then I don't know where we go from there. So yeah, I guess the Sixers could blow it up. Looking at it,
that's what I was really like keeping Embiid and just trading everybody, or is Embiid gone too?
I'm keeping Maxey, probably keeping Embiid, and then try and hope to get trade Tobias, fire Doc, and then just go from there.
If we keep Embiid, I would say it's more like a retooling then.
You
and I'm
can
cool with
get a couple pieces for James Harden. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, if we keep Embiid, I wouldn't even call it a blow up. That's just a retool, and I'm cool with a retool. If we trade Embiid, that's a true blow up because that's the whole team.
Send Embiid to the Heat, bro. Reunite him with Jimmy.
Nah, Jimmy gotta come back to Philly if he won't play with Embiid.
They hate each other, bro.
What are they giving up? Tobias Harris and picks? You're nasty.
Hey, what is the Heat giving up?
They couldn't even get Chris.
He got a lot to give up.
If Bam ain't
it might not be what they want, but
if
it's
Bam
a lot.
ain't included, it ain't a lot.
Fair point.
If it ain't Bam, it ain't a lot.
Bam, Duncan Robinson,
Oh no! Stop.
Nope.
And 2 first-round picks for Joel.
That's not it.
You know for a fact they shipping off Kyle Lowry. He's gonna be the first one on that list.
Nope. Kyle Lowry.
That's not enough. Y'all got to give something to Heat. The Sixers want. If you want, what's the name?
All right, fine. Nikola Jovic. There you go.
Y'all got to date the Heat low key, and it sound crazy, and I don't think the Heat gonna do it. It'd be like Bam and Tyler Hero, and the Heat ain't gonna do that.
Tyler Hero is absolutely.
He would have to get
Sixers.
back DeAnthony Melton or something, or some sort of bench pieces for Bam and
I can see that. It could be like something like DeAnthony Melton or
Take Milton.
McDaniels. Like, sure. But
McDaniels.
Just Bam and like a Duncan Robinson or Bam and like a who else is randomly on that? To Gabe Vincent or Martin. It ain't gonna
Victor
work.
Oladipo.
Nah. The talent ain't there. The talent got match.
Heat need to blow it up. That's all.
That's
I'm
the team
say.
I want to blow it up. The Heat, I've been wanting to blow it up for since when they didn't do nothing last summer. I wanted them to blow it up.
Since they gave Duncan
who would they
Robinson
trade? Like, obviously get rid of Kyle Lowry. Like, that's the first one to go.
What do you mean? What do you mean? He is absolutely the best player on the team. You should not be disrespecting.
Maybe the biggest ass. Like, I don't know. But.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they shouldn't trade him.
He's definitely the biggest on the
to
team.
Houston or induce James Harden to come back. Send him to a club.
Nah, I don't. Harden. I like Harden in Philly. He been playing well. Hey, when you lead in the league in assists,
of course you do.
With the guy who's leading the league in points, come on now, it's a
3-team trade.
Kyle
Lowry to the Houston club.
Hey, the thing is, y'all think of the Houston Harden, right? Where he couldn't sustain the 35 a game from the regular season. I just want 20 from him in the playoffs. I don't need 30 from him. We just need like 20, 25 from Harden. And I think he can give us that in the playoffs.
He was doing that last year, and he was still choking in the playoffs.
No. The Sixers didn't choke in the playoffs. See, y'all forget. Siakam hit my man Embiid in the face.
Bro, it was literally Doc Rivers' fault for playing him when they were up 30 with like 2 minutes to go.
While true, it was still just that's why I'm telling you right now, you can call me crazy. If Embiid's healthy, we beaten the Heat last year. If Embiid's
Do we
healthy,
remember?
That's fair. I was saying the same thing, but Harden was not shooting the best.
Do we not remember when the Sixers went up 3-0 versus the Raptors? We almost came back.
But y'all didn't. You know what I mean? That's all that matters.
No. I don't want to hear but y'all didn't. Harden had the keys,
But
and
y'all
he didn't use them.
Y'all didn't. That's
No,
all right.
I don't care.
It's all right. Y'all didn't. It's cool with me. We won the series.
2019 Game 7. 2019 Game 7.
Luckiest shot I've ever seen in my life.
2019 Game 7.
The luckiest travel I've ever seen in my life as well.
2019 Game 7.
That's crazy.
Travel or not, I went in.
Travel.
Travel
I've never
or
seen
not.
the ball bounce
Travel
over
or
him
not.
5 times before.
Hawk, 3
Should've been right.
bounces doesn't get Jimmy Butler out of there. Just saying.
Uh-huh.
I had no clue what he said.
3 bounces changes Jimmy Butler's destination, bro.
Oh,
nah,
yeah.
you know, unfortunately, I think we was gonna lose Jimmy regardless. The only thing that's gonna keep Jimmy in Philly is if we won a championship that year. Jimmy between Brett and Ben, it wasn't gonna work.
You
Jimmy,
guys
Brett,
at
and
least
Ben was not
won
rocking
like
with each other.
maybe 1 or 2 games against the Warriors.
Yeah, Jimmy just was not rocking with Brett Brown like at all. So that wasn't gonna work. That just wasn't gonna work.
I mean, y'all paid Tobias Harris instead, which is
We didn't
insane.
pay him instead.
You paid him.
We had
You
to
No,
pay
y'all paid
somebody.
Al Horford
We had to pay somebody.
and Tobias.
So we
Well,
paid.
nonetheless, though, you had to. He's the 4th man on the roster. Even if he was the 3rd man, I'd pay him fucking $10 million at most, and that's even much.
You had
I'd let
to
him
pay
walk.
him something to keep him.
No,
You did. We traded
I-
too
I-
much.
I
Hey,
don't
at
want
least
him.
y'all got Josh Richardson.
We traded too much.
Yeah,
We had to trade it. We had to pay him to keep him.
At least I got the Anthony Melton out of all of it.
I mean, I guess that's one way to look at that. Well,
At least y'all got a couple 2nd-round exits out of it. At least y'all got a terrible contract out of it.
To be
You know, I
honest,
could-
I haven't been
keep
following Jay
going.
Crowder. Has he been good?
He had his revenge game.
I know he beat this. I know the Bucks beat the Suns, but was he like
I didn't
decent?
think he played like more than 10 minutes.
yeah, I didn't really.
Oh,
I don't
good
remember
call.
how he did in that game either.
Revenge game.
All right.
I got the
60
Bucks and
points.
7 against the Suns. That's gonna be hella funny when Jay Crowder gets his ring.
Jay Crowder with a ring, that's gross.
Yeah, he's the type of guy I can see having one. He's like PJ Tucker, so I get it.
No, Malachi deserves a ring over all of them. Spurs playoff runs begins now.
Okay, we'll see the Spurs in
After
the playoffs
losing
in 6
like
years.
after losing like the last month of games. Just comeback season right now.
Man, it's crazy that the Jazz, the Blazers, and the Spurs were all like top 3
I mean,
in their conference. You remember that? That was like
at
very
one point,
early
yeah.
on.
That's how. I mean, that's the fun part
Yeah.
about the NBA. It's ups and downs, and it starts one way and finishes a completely different way.
Yeah, don't blink next season because you'll see the Spurs at the top as long as they don't trade Malachi. But other than that,
I don't know about all that, but I feel you.
Malachi, future MVP. Did we see his February stats? Did we see Paulo Banquero's threes? He hit 3% of his threes in February. Paulo Banquero, the rookie of the year. Sure,
Hey,
pal.
It's only 1 month though.
3%.
He's been excellent all
3%.
season.
3%. He hit 3
Jalen
threes.
Williams.
What?
Oh, sorry. Thought you were talking about rookie of the year.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I
use
am.
this for something else.
I'm saying Paulo Banchero hit 3% of his threes in February, and he's the rookie of the year.
That's
It's absolutely
wild.
true. Yeah. Fun fact: 3 for 33 or something like that.
It's okay. Malachi's still not winning Rookie of the Year, so it's all right.
No. Nah, I'd rather Mathurin win it.
He's not even
Because,
the best rookie on his team.
bro, shut your ass up, bro. What is Sohan doing other than changing his hair?
He
He's
playing good
dressing
defense.
up in wedding dresses like Rodman. What the fuck is he doing?
Playing good defense. But all
Malachi
right, y'all.
does that. He plays offense. He plays everything, bro. Don't sleep. Can't wait for that form next year, bro. Oh, Rage is here. Oh, he left. I
He
was gonna
dipped
say
out.
Heat's ass.
It's funny because I was about to dip out too. Let me see, because yeah. All right. Well, this was fun. This was a good test. We might tweak a couple of things, but this was a good test. This is a good test. We'll be back next week.
Oh, I'll be back with multiple topics.
All right, y'all.
Now, are these exclusive to basketball, or can I come in with some OJ again?
Basketball.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention Hawk. Are you into March Madness?
I made a bracket, but I'm not really like into March Madness. I just picked teams randomly. I turned it
Did he
on
have
and
UVA winning?
what? I don't know. I don't know what he said.
Just
Sorry.
left.
It's all right though. All right, guys. Let me do this, and then. All right. Well, this was that was interesting. Worked out kind of, sort of. Not exactly what I envisioned, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I got a page of notes we didn't really get to outside of just the Mavericks. I was going to show the Kings some love, talk about the Lakers and the Sixers, and I might just end up being a video y'all see sometime this weekend. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.